Hi everyone, Timmy here. Wow, it feels exciting to start these voiceovers and discussions on this platform, and I'll be more than glad to have you all as gist partners, friends. I'm just very excited at the journey ahead. Yes, I'm still a bit overwhelmed by the new developments of us gisting about topics here and giving our insights. And I don't want to use the word opinion, but of course that would be our opinion because not everyone would agree. um let's just see, and I really hope it's going to be a very interesting platform for us all. Now, wow, it's really overwhelming, this topic of Kpokpogri, Jane Mena, and Tonto Dikeh. Wow, and these are all public figures. So it makes it even more surprising on the nature of situation that is going viral now on social media about these three people, and of course many others, but at least these are the three people that seems to be in the limelight that we know, that have been mentioned in this tango. Yes, I'm really looking for the right words to use. As we all know, but I'll start from the background for those that haven't really followed the story, and they just need some background info. There is a public figure. Is it a public figure? Can we call him a public figure? Because the first time I actually really did know about this man was when he went on to DK, celebrated him on his birthday as a lover and a new husband and a new the adoptive dad for her son. But apparently he's a socialite. He's known amongst celebrities, and so that's why I've actually given him that name as a public figure, because I think he's a politician as well. So apparently this person is Tonto Dikeh's boyfriend or husband, because they started living together, and let me just assume that they've gone through a bit of blessing phase, because Tonto Dikeh always preaches about the Lord Jesus and all that stuff. So I want to believe she won't just go into a man's house without some form of marital procedure, even though she didn't make it public. So everything seemed lovey-dovey and a good start, a fresh start from what she had with her ex-husband, Churchill. And we were all happy for her that she was moving on, especially that the guy was now taking the position of like a father figure for her son. He even went for one of their, is it open day or graduation? But he went to his school, the son's school, and stood as a father figure. And she actually gave like she wrote a note, celebrating the guy. Well, that's on the side. We were all happy for her anyway, that at least she was moving on. Since our ex-husband as well, Churchill, was already flaunting his wife, his new wife, and his baby. So we're really happy that was a good way of not peppering Tonto Dikeh. Like, it won't pepper her that much anymore. If it was having an effect on her, we don't know. Well, suddenly the famous gist blog on Instagram, Gist Lovers, suddenly made an audio viral of this man, the Kpokpogri man, the new Tonto Dikeh's husband or fiance. I'm not sure. Husband, I want to believe, because that's what, she started addressing him as, if I'm correct, if I can remember correctly, because that's what my brain is telling me I saw. She started, Gist Lovers, this blog, now made an audio record of a call that the man made to his friend. She's an actress, but I didn't know her before then. I can't even remember her name. Where this man, this new boyfriend, fiance, husband thing, man was gisting with her, talking about all his sexual escapades, and he was actually being explicit and mentioning names of girls that he had had anything to do with. And of course, people people like scandals. So that was how Tonto Dikeh started trending, that how does she meet this kind of man? It was Churchill, now Kpokpogri. That it even seems as this Kpokpogri is worse than her ex-husband. No, the man is a real loose talker, I must be honest. For someone who is actually, from what we heard, he's actually doing very well financially. He's a rich man. But honestly, you cannot place his alleged assets to his voice. He has this gutter-like way of talking. Like, it's just terrible. Saying all sorts of things about the girls he has had sexual knowledge of. Like, really dirty talk. So, of course, people came for Tonto Dikeh. It became a viral story. People were telling, people will be advising her that, okay, in an attempt to get back at her ex-husband, she just fell for trash and all that stuff. Wow. Okay. So, well, she gave a disclaimer eventually, and that was what really broke the camel's neck. And that was how Jane Mena got involved in all this mess. She now said, when that story was going viral, she didn't respond immediately, but after a few days, of course, you should trust Tonto Dikeh now. She now she wrote a post and started saying that yes, she indeed loved the man, but she cannot continue the relationship based on the things the guy said, all the things he said about her. Yes, because in that voice note as well, you actually talked about her. So that was how she now said, NB Jane Mena, she tagged Jane Mena with her full chest, that Jane Mena should watch out, she should be careful. That was how Jane Mena came into the story, because in that voice note that was initially leaked, Jane Mena's name was not mentioned. We didn't hear about Jane Mena. It was Tonto Dikeh that now wrote it, that Jane Mena, watch out, that she has a sex tape, she has numerous sex tapes with that man. Old one and recent one, insinuating that Jane Mena actually had carnal knowledge with this man before she married, and even while she's still in a marriage. Of course, you should trust the internet. The internet went agog. To be honest, I actually didn't like the fact she mentioned Jane Mena, because it gave me an impression like she was trying to pull someone else down into the mud. That she was, or she wanted others. She wanted Jane Mena to also. She just didn't want to be the only one in the limelight for that kind of scandalous situation. I honestly didn't like it. I will be honest, because initially we didn't hear of Jane Mena. So the whole thing went agog. People started dragging Jane, and Jane Mena, as in JaneMena. The Kpokpogri is Kpokpogri. Then Tonto Dikeh is TONTODIKEH. Tontolet on Instagram, TONTLET. Those are their names on Instagram. And Jane Mena, as we're saying, Jane Mena, she's an internet twerker. She twerks for a living. She's a dancer. a stripper kind of aura and all that. Very sexy girl. So people, when she even got married, people didn't believe that a girl that was showing so much kind of indecency, yes, that's what we'll call it online, because that's what people usually categorize that kind of show as, twerking online, half like semi-nude and all that, giving all these suggestive looks and all that. So people were actually surprised that she got married. So imagine her being tangled in this kind of mess. Of course, people were like, of course, what do you expect? Internet twerker, this, that. Jane Mena too started sending messages. She wasn't insultive about her messages though, but things like she was debunking it, that she wasn't involved with the man. The man too came out, wrote a post that he has never had anything to do with Jane Mena, that Jane Mena is like a sister to him, that he has only met Jane Mena, I think a few times, twice or so, when she was opening her shop, that Jane Mena's husband is his friend. Oh, please pardon we are gisting, sorry, pardon any grammatical errors and blunders I might make. That Jane Mena's husband is even his friend, based on the relationship, the friendship, family friend kind of thing that he has with Jane Mena and her family. So Jane Mena debunked, the man in question, Kpokpogri, debunked. Tonto Dikeh was now looking like she's a liar, kind of. But people kind of believed Tonto Dikeh because she's this kind of person that has this personality that if she doesn't actually see something or have evidence about something, she would not speak about it. So now people's what will I call it? People's support was now divided. Many were upset that she actually dragged Jane Mena, who is not in the picture, into it. Not that they believe that Jane Mena is actually innocent, but that at least Jane Mena wasn't the initial face of the story. So why did she have to drag Jane Mena, that is in her husband's house, into it? And the man also debunked it. So some people were like, okay, the man debunked it, Jane Mena debunked it, why is Tonto doing what she's doing? So that was the forth and back thing about the whole situation. Then, suddenly, the thing was dying down already, like weeks now. Suddenly, a few days ago, Jane Mena just sent a message that she made a post on Instagram that she was suing Tonto Dikeh for defamation, that Tonto Dikeh needs to bring evidence that the man, that she has had carnal relationship with the man, sexual relationship with the man, and she has sex tapes with him, that she must bring out the evidence and all that stuff. That's how Tonto Dikeh now wrote another post that if she doesn't have it, she would never say it, that she would show her who elders are. Wow. Please, if you're listening up to this stage, please kindly subscribe to this channel, and please click on the notification button. Your support is highly appreciated. At least we want to grow this channel, and without your support we cannot. So thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you. So as I was saying, that's how another voice note today. Yeah. But where did I stop before I gave the disclaimer? Okay, yes. So it was now. So Tonto Dikeh now said that if she doesn't have evidence, she would never ever speak about it. That she actually have those things that she has said she has, and that they will see in court. Apparently, Jane Mena wanted to sue her. Was suing her for 500 million naira. That's about $1 million. Yes. So that was still the same back and forth thing that was going on. till today, yet nothing was released. We didn't see any evidence, nothing. Tonto Dikeh said she'll release it in court, that because it's against legal procedures for her to just release things online. The story was still actually just being there, and people were like, Jane Mena should have just let these sleeping dogs lie. That since there weren't any evidences flying online, so she didn't really need to bring up anything again. Everything should have just died down since the story was going down already. But I guess because Jane Mena wanted to cover face and just to prove to her husband, because of course maybe she was already experiencing some tension at home. I'm just thinking this, and she just needed that face, like to cover face and all that stuff. That's how today, the same Gist Lovers blog that released the first voice note that went viral released another one, this time around, extremely hot. Hey God, we were hearing this man Kpokpogri talking that he has actually had carnal knowledge. It was the same lady he was speaking to. I even wonder why that person was actually recording that conversation. Like, it's really sad, it's really sickening. You know, when friends are gisting, sometimes, if you haven't learned a lesson of treating everybody with caution, everybody when you talk to them. So he was talking, like, believing he was having a confidential conversation with a very close friend, not knowing that this person he was talking to, which happens to be a lady, not a very popular actress, I can't even remember her name, like I said earlier, was recording this call, this conversation over the phone. Like, the conversation they were having over the phone, she was recording it. This man was blabbing and saying everything, like he had carnal knowledge of her, that for so many years they've been dating, that in fact they dated for so long that the thought of her makes him aroused. Oh my God, the conversation was extremely erotic concerning this lady. In fact, he gave off information that because he said that she said that the way they've been having their whatever they were having, compared to her husband has not even met up to that level of carnal knowledge of her. She's mentioned her husband. So you can see that he was actually talking about when he was actually referring to the time after she has even gotten married. That all the 9 years that she and her husband dated, her husband has never slept with her the way this man, the Kpokpogri guy, has slept with her since they started dating. So of course, probably during that night, she met this man while she was still dating her husband, and continued the relationship after they got married, because that's what we got from the conversation. So it's a real big mess at the moment, a real big mess, internet mess at the moment. Like, I'm so embarrassed for her. I don't know how she feels. My gosh, I'm just wishing that people take it easy on her, because I believe one thing. Yeah, she's wrong for having carnal relationship while still married to her carnal relationship with somebody else while still married with her husband. But please, for God's sakes, let's take it easy on her. She must also be going through a lot. Very traumatic story. We're still waiting for her own her own response. If she's going to debunk the thing, then we'll take it up from there again with this gist. Oh my God. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.